Loads of variants once had so many more variants. Creations so vile and so horrible that even this mod rejected them, left to rot on earlier versions. So join me as we explore the bottom of the barrel of this labyrinth of a Garden Warfare 2 character mod. This might be the stupidest thumbnail I've ever made. Those who have watched my other videos may have heard of a tale of a lost man called Stuart, but he is not lost anymore, for located deep within version 10 of Loads of Variants, he is here, and oh my god, this character is broken beyond belief. Look at this. Anything that gets close just dies immediately. I've got it wrong. Stuart is not a scrapped idea or an unused concept. He is an eldritch horror sealed away in a single version of the mod where he cannot harm anyone ever again. Loads of Variants version 10 is not a real version of the mod. It is a prison, a tomb, Stuart's cell. And now, after all this time, the 9th new Super Brains variant can finally go to Graveyard Ops, and I can't think of a better place to unleash Stuart's wrath than Boney Island. The early waves are just nothing, effortless. These weeds are not being sent here to fight, they are being sent here to be food. Food for the insatiable blood-stained fists of Stuart. For it is not I who will be suffering in Ops this time, but the Ops will be suffering from me. A poor elite foe spawns in and has to watch as Stuart eviscerates it in a matter of seconds. Wave 5 and, well, isn't that something? A Torchwood. Stuart stares the Torchwood dead in its eyes as it slaughters a horde of weeds in half a second. The two titans of Loads of Variants begin fighting, a battle that will shake the very core of... I haven't even got a bit for this. I can't even kill a Torchwood with the most powerful thing to ever exist. But Stuart is a conniving monster, giving the Torchwood a scrap of hope as he feigns defeat, only to get back up and destroy this troublesome tree. Wave after wave are destroyed until wave 10 where, yeah, this version just doesn't have the god-awful super waves implemented yet, so this is a bit easy. But even if it did, Stuart would just win, and win he does. And now he is unleashed onto the world, and no one will be safe again. But now let's turn back the clock to an even earlier version, version 9.5.
I was looking at the patch notes for the other versions, and this update in particular sucks!
Where we will find a 12th Torchwood, the Warmth Wood. What? What does that even mean? Camping gear Gatling? Oh my god, guys, watch out! He's firing off tents! Better hope it doesn't bring out the foldable chairs. The camping gear Gatling fires nothing. There's just nothing. Also, it emits an ominous purple glow. This is a published version of this mod, by the way. If you go near people with this, they also become purple. What does this do, you might ask? That's a good question, because I don't bloody know. The buff data for it is still in the files of Loads of Variants, and apparently it was supposed to give nearby plants a 25% damage boost, but I can't do anything right apparently, and I managed to make it do nothing, so I am playing Ops with a worse version of the Torchwood. Anyway, we go to Zen Peak, as in this version, I was trying out a cool feature where different maps would have different spawns, and I started with Zen Peak because it's the first one on the list of maps. So on wave 1, you can rarely see karate zombies in place of brown coats. Because this is an older version, the pool of elites that can spawn in are very limited. We've entered a pre-TED world right now. However, wave 3 and... Huh? Oh no.
Something ain't right here!
Every single one of these dandelions is just a disguised illusion brains, but for some reason they can just explode multiple times, and they just absolutely annihilate my team. Also, a lightning reed just kills 4 of them at once, so there's just a pile of dead super brains. I like how this glowing blue pot that looks like it has exactly 1 foot every half an hour fares better than an entire squadron of Torchwoods. Wave 5 spawns Peggy, a Giga Gargantua, and who? Oh, it's just a bloody illusion brains, Ellie, isn't it? This doesn't go well, but don't worry, because next time spawns the admin, who apparently in this time period wasn't powerful enough to become the iconic giant red engineer, instead just getting green upvotes. What was I supposed to do against green Reddit karma? Is green? I'm not green. I'm just a purple tree with a purple dream. Red X for the wormwood. The next lost variant is Captain Getaway, who knocks people away with his shotgun and has inverted damage drop-off. So from afar, Getaway will get her a lot of damage, but up close, no. He's just antisocial. Why was this variant scrapped? It sounds so funny. In this version, he just uses citrus cactus weapon for some reason. The real reason why it wasn't in Garden Warfare 2. So a small portion of weeds will spawn in as these things. These yellow glowing weeds called Zen weeds, which turn invincible at half health for about 10 seconds, which might sound a little awful, but don't worry, because you can kill it before that happens. Also, Zen cacti can just spawn in naturally in normal waves for an unexplained reason. Even on the Hunt the Champions challenge, the normal champion is replaced by a Zen cactus, which is actually kind of cool. In fact, the only reason I didn't include this in the mod is because it would just randomly crash sometimes and I couldn't find out why. Another humbling by the uncaring frosty editor. We get a special wave called Mystical Marvels. Did I just get the Zen Peak equivalent of the Champ's wave? What the hell? But this time it's even worse because they are all bloody Zen cacti and mystic flowers. So this doesn't go well. Also not helped by the appearance of Moment, who kills me in moments. Next time, and it's just the exact same thing, but this time I just sit on a rock and pelt him with projectiles. I end up resorting to just harassing him with birds, which he can't do anything about. After killing Moment, we... Oh, that's an Agent Peely. Yeah, just gonna accept the death. Oh well. A shame we didn't see much of Zen Peak Ops.
There was another pirate called Captain Cyber Fraud, but I couldn't find him. He's gone. Lost media.
There is one other Altered Ops match we could look at. It turns out a scary blood moon has appeared over Colosseum. That's a pretty good tagline for this mod. What is this? You added subclasses to all the variants? Even the variants have variants in loads of variants. I might make a separate video going over these because they are certainly something. So I picked 3 of these and the pickle. So Evil Red Colosseum is pretty unfinished. Only the first few waves are actually different, but basically it's Ops but even bloody harder.
This is actually a very clever reference to PvZ Plush episode 35, The Night of the Living Dead.
Cringe! Not only does it spam pretty much every single brown coat variant under the sun at you, but elites are on wave 1. Imagine if this was still in the mod. You get the Colosseum and you just lose. Also, for some reason, the pickle just randomly ascends dimensions. What? This version of the mod is very buggy, but having a pickle with 2 ammo instead of 1 for a bit was entertaining. What is less entertaining is the fact that 2 of my allies are gone on wave 1. Also, the music is slowed and reverbed. Garden Warfare 2 Evil Edition. I purchased Garden Warfare 2 from a smackhead outside of a co-op, and when I launched the game, the sky turned a blood red. The zombies had realistic eyes. Wave 2 is more of the same. Apparently every single variant can just spawn in on any wave, which is always fun. Wave 3 is the last actually changed wave in this version, and that is threatening. Literally every single spawnable in the game gets thrown at me. Why is there a bloody Sasquatch imp? Also, there are these Pharaoh's Curse zombies that just remove access to your abilities when you get near them. Horrible idea for an enemy. Wave 4 is unchanged from the normal mod, but another illusion brains bloody spawns in. So I think that's enough of that. Anyway, let's skip ahead a couple of years to an unreleased version of loads of variants with 6 new characters sealed within. All of them are pledged, by the way. The All-Star still stuck with his free variants like a chump. First up is the Cushion Cactus. I like how the character icon is just an empty black void, a stark contrast to this multicolored spool. But more cactus content is a plus, and this cactus has the pin needle pump shot, which pumps shots of pin needles into enemies. It also moves really fast for a cactus. Lunar Landing, and I'm going to quickly go over the ops matches for these guys because I want to get this video out by Halloween, and like, you're not a real variant. Nothing but scrapped content. Wave 1 easy, Wave 2 easy, Wave 3 easy, Wave 4 I get bullied by a berserker and he... Yeah, after watching 2 cacti get detonated, the Cushion Cactus fights Splashback Mac, who appears twice! Disgusting elite name, horrible gimmick, put some needles in his face. After blowing a fuse, I used the Cushion Cactus's advanced speed to quickly walk through these yellow rings. Wave 9 spawns Sky Troopers and the feds have been called. Imagine being an officer of the law and you just get done in by a pin cushion with arms. After getting the triple gem wave, my excitement is immediately lost. Most boring boss fight in the game. Still, the huge horde of Yeti imps just rushing you is quite entertaining. Anyway, it turns out that using cushions against a giant rampaging ape is slightly inefficient and we perish. Red X for the Cushion Cactus. Next variant is the Witch Pea. Ooh. Originally, I was gonna make a YouTube series where I transform the Battle for Neighborville upgrades into variants, and yeah, this might be the worst thing I have ever created. A pea shooter with homing. Genuinely, what were they thinking, adding this to Neighborville? Anyway, this character is really brain dead, shockingly, and what better place for such a horrid creation to go? The only noteworthy thing that happens in the first 10 minutes of this recording is 2 witch peas just simultaneously deciding to blast this lightning reed in the face. What did he do to deserve that? I wouldn't be messing with the lightning reed. He might not appreciate it. Splashback Mac is Splashback back. On Wave 5 we get a rare Dr. Doxer appearance who just dances. He just sits there and goes, killed for his kindness. On Wave 7 we get a champion wave and this All-Star Elite spawns. I don't think we've seen this one yet, so here he is. He's just Splashback Mac, but an All-Star. Sod off, Mac! Oh, fuck off. Not again. This is so boring. What do I even say here? We fight the Yeti and his legions and we win this time because pea shooters are just a lot better at ops than the poor cactus. Next variant is the Zen Pea. The Zen Pea. This is supposed to be this upgrade. It shoots 5 peas in a burst and the last one does big damage. Whoa! Another mediocre variant, but it's fine because we go to Zen Peak, which I would leave because we've done it like 2 other times this video, but it's the Zen P. On Wave 4, this older man elite spawns in, inks everyone, and I chase him around for 5 agonizing minutes. The Zen P has awfully slow projectiles. I really gave the pea shooter a telegraphable boss attack, not the best weapon in a third-person shooter. But look, it's Ted. He's even here when the characters are scrapped. No matter rain nor shine, Ted is here to get my Zen Peas turned into rocket bots. What if instead of Baron von Betz, he was called Baron von Betz? That's a lot of orbs, but don't worry because the orbs are no match for my orbs. I really was pondering. Anyway, victory for the Zen P! Yay! Next we have the Party Pea. The Party Pea. Can you guess what neighbor's village upgrade this is based on? Anyway, this variant is ass! It is literally just a normal pea shooter, but it has a legendary mode, and the only difference is that it has 2 less ammo, and looks like it's just had the Portal 2 repulsion gel splashed on it, which is fitting as it is rather repulsive to look at. I'm not even playing ops for this one. I refuse. It's literally just the pea shooter. If I played Infinity Time and I got this, I would boil my Garden Warfare 2 disc in hot tar. Next variant is the Precise P, who uses the Precise P Pew Pew, god tier weapon name. What isn't god tier is this abomination of an ability. The String Bean Bomb, instant 150 damage nuke button. Just what the pea shooter needed. Time Park, and this bean bomb is genuinely the jankiest thing I have ever seen. Like, sometimes it'll just ricochet off of nothing and do a half pipe jump off of a map prop, and the other times it'll drag a foot soldier along with it and fling into a poor deadbeard and kill the both of them.
I forgot to mention that is this upgrade, the Pro Spitter. How enthralling! What an enthralling upgrade! I'm so whelmed.
Only took like 3 tries to kill that 1 HP goat. Anyway, the sodding Illusion Brains Elite spawns in.
I'm Torchwood, the greatest Garden Warfare 2 boss ever.
Then there's the Kablooey Enthusiast who gets flung 20 foot in the air by a lightning reed. I told you not to mess with him. Champions and Mac. Go away! I really needed the bathroom, so during the vase wave, I just left, but it was fine. The lightning reed claims another. Anyway, when I come back, I am immediately met with Ted. What a glorious day this is. Never mind, it's... At least Giga Torchwood makes it quick. This just drags on, but we still managed to win. Another win for the pea shooter class. The final variant is the Sunflower. Yeah, this variant is really unfinished. Doesn't even get to use Sunbeam, but what it does is... Okay, in the files, this variant is referred to as the Begonia flower, probably because it's about to be gone. I'm not playing ops for this. It makes toxic gas. It's bad for my health. So that was loads of variants lost media. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, otherwise Stuart will stew you. Thanks for watching, and happy Halloween! I've run out of things to say, so bye.